Morning, Hayden.
Morning. I got the worst luck with tires, I swear.
You got a spare on the left rear. Is this the one that's been leaking?
This is the one that went flat and I patched, so hopefully that holds up, because if it doesn't, I'm kind of out of options.
That just happened. Right in the middle of the road, too.
Yep, right on a downhill slope, too. It's going to be easy to change this one, I'm sure. Brought the power tools with me this time.
There's definitely
right there.
a hole.
Right there.
Oh gosh, it's a gag.
That is not repairable.
That one's going to tire heaven, Hayden.
Welcome back to another video, friends. Hayden's doing his best NASCAR pit crew impression back here. Trying to get this sucker changed quick because we got to get out here and get on these bucks. We've been getting our butts thoroughly handed to us this week. This is kind of the cherry on top. Been hot, rainy this morning. I think we've hunted twice and we've mainly been scouting for the last 3 days. We've seen one deer while hunting, but last night after we climbed down in the moonlight as we were getting our gear together, we saw 4 bucks. 3 of them were shooters, so they're here. We just haven't put all the pieces together yet. We got another warm day today though. Once Hayden gets his truck roadworthy here, we're gonna get back after it, see what we can turn up here in the big woods. It started raining here midday after we had our debacle this morning. We were trying to find a place to go this evening, but then the rain just got heavier and heavier, and now it's pretty well set in for the evening, so we're not even gonna try to take the camera out in the rain. Me and Hayden just split up. We're just gonna cruise around in the rain and see what we see. We've been seeing all these deer up here around these roads, so tonight we'll get a head start on our scouting because we're not going out to hunt. I know we're gonna see some deer tonight. Scouting from the vehicle on this trip has been way more productive than scouting around on foot.
There's some deer right there.
Oh, there's a big buck, big buck, big buck, big buck, big buck.
Doesn't like good old flat meat. Only gets old after about your 3rd or 4th one.
We saw some good ones tonight. I saw 4 bucks driving around, and Hayden saw a pile of does. And a couple of the bucks that I saw are in spots that we can hunt. The 2 that were together are the ones we're gonna go after in the morning. There was a bigger buck and a slightly smaller buck, and they were out there sparring in the edge of the road. They come out of some real thick stuff, some like upland looking habitat almost. And right where they came out of, we can't hunt, but there's public right behind that they walked up into. Like they were actually, the last time I saw them, they were walking back onto the public. We're just gonna creep up that road, jet in there 150, 200 yards and set up. Just did a little cruise. I don't know how many times that's happened.
Yeah.
Like just cruise around in the vehicle instead of hunt.
Yeah, when you're stuck, that seems to be a way to get out of a little rut.
Right. When you're stuck, you go get some coffee, some snacks. You just turn on a little Cube, a little M&M, a little Dre, lean the seat back and just cruise.
What's your go-to song?
Snoop, got Dre, got the Chronic always on tap in there. A little Metallica sometimes when I need to get woke up. I like all kinds of other weird stuff too. The Friday Night Lights soundtrack, I listen to that when I'm on long road trips. It's my thinking music's what I call it. I got Ted hooked on it too. He's listening a little bit of that thinking music. Yeah.
He's grown up.
Yeah.
That's our Ted.
On to adulthood. I got a batten down the hatches in that old girl tonight.
It's gonna rain on us
It's
tonight.
gonna rain. Yeah. And we're in. See you guys in the morning. I have more aches and pains now than I used to, Hayden.
Well, it's tougher to get up.
Curled up a little too tight, I think.
So nice in there. And that warmth.
It was warm. Oh, that right shoulder hurts.
You're gonna need that one, hopefully today.
Well, I messed it up a couple years ago when I was hunting with Grant, and ever since then, it ain't been right. I don't know if this makes any sense, but some nights, especially cold and wet, rainy nights when I'm camping, it hurts.
Yeah.
Why is that?
My left arm does the same thing.
We slid over here. Me and Hayden are gonna climb up this tree. The bucks went through these woods right here behind me about 30 yards away last night. The question is, are we gonna be able to sit here long enough to A, not freeze, and B, not get the cops called on us by somebody driving by? Because if some unsuspecting non-hunter drives by and they see a couple of hunters right here, 150 yards off the road, they might think that's a little questionable, but it's not. We're perfectly legal. He's right above us, Hayden. Big old fox squirrel. Man, he's thinking about jumping over into this tree, Hayden. You better not. Don't you do it. And this is what deer hunting's like most of the time during the rut. Sitting here staring at leaves blow. Alright, it's mid-morning. Rain just started to pick up, so we're gonna jet back to the truck. Luckily, it's only like 200 yards. So we're gonna go back here, fire it up, warm up, maybe cruise around, scout a little bit, and we're coming right back in here tonight. Didn't see anything, but last night they were all right there. So I would assume they're gonna be back, but who knows? Only way we gonna find out is if we come back and try it one more time. Oh, we got skunked this morning, so me and Hayden split up and started driving around. I drove over here to this spot. Hayden went and checked another spot out. And I didn't take the stupid camera with me. I just walked in like 100 yards to see if there's any sign in this area. I walked up this little trail and I looked up in this thick stuff and I saw a giant buck. So I just ran back here to the truck, called Hayden. Hayden and the camera are here now, and let's go see what we can do with it. That thing was just worked this morning. Yeah. Watching that field down below with all them scrapes in it. We slipped in here immediately, just trying to see if we could get close enough to him to maybe try to call him in, but we ain't found a good setup yet that would suit. If we call from right here, he's just gonna walk out there and stop at 50 yards and look down here. So we're debating on waiting him out the rest of the day, but I mean, it's 1 o'clock now. There's a deer, hey. Close. No. 100. Yep. It's a doe. See her? She's right on the hill. Might have to ease out to your left or to your right. Oh, I see her. I don't think she sees us. She's gone. That's right where he was at. Where'd she go? Yeah, she went to the left. She went down to the left. Yeah. That's where he went earlier. Yeah. That big boy was standing right where she was just at earlier. Alright guys, here's the setup.
can see our little hole in this cedar tree me and Hayden are in. The big buck that I saw earlier was right on top of that knob right there. We ain't got no footage of him, but just a few minutes ago, during this last little rain shower, a doe popped up out there about 45 yards away, right there where he was standing. There was another smaller buck in there earlier too. It's raining pretty hard, as you can probably hear, so me and Hayden are just tucked up underneath this cedar tree. We're assuming that those deer are as well, because you can see this line of cedars runs down there, and then they keep popping out on that top. With all this heavy rain we got this afternoon, this cedar tree is really the only place where we can stay somewhat dry with the camera stuff. Back that way is the road where they've all been feeding at night. I'm not so sure that I didn't film this buck on the side of the road the other night. So we're in a decent spot. If one comes out down there, I'm gonna be on my knees right here, shooting through that little hole. We're hoping that they come right down that ridge and right here to 10, 12 yards. So that's what happens when we get out of this rain. We just had a doe come screaming by us, blowing, literally ran by us at 5 yards before Hayden could even turn the camera on. Getting chased, or she got bumped by a hunter or something. She stopped out in that field and shook off and then started eating. So I'm assuming that she didn't get bumped by hunters. She could have got buggered by a bobcat or a coyote, or what I think is probably going on is that she's close to coming in to eat and the buck messed with her back there. Hopefully it's our big boy and he comes right down the pipe here. We arrow him. wish y'all could have just got to see him. You would have if I'd have brought that dang camera with me, but I forgot it. Seen a pile of deer, but no dice. It's like 6:30 right now. We still got several minutes of legal light left, but I can't see my pins. The camera's shaking because we're freezing, so we're gonna go dry stuff out. Try to figure out a plan for supper. But we've got a plan for the morning if we can get our stuff dried out. Found a good spot the other day, sweated my butt off. We gotta hike down a steep ridge. Might be a little slick in the morning. Let's get something to eat, Hayden. Let's get Hayden some gloves or something. Your hands are freezing, bud. I'd say so. Let me just glass a bit more.
You having some issues?
Races suck is what they say, hey.
Is it? We're doing that. Still raining then, huh?
Sorry, I can't hear you over this portable air compressor.
You having some tire issues?
She just runs low every couple days. I ain't had it patched through the hunting season. Kind of just been nursing her along, but this cold weather, she's going flat a little quicker. I think it had 15 pounds in it, so I mean it had enough to get somewhere.
15?
Yeah,
Oh wow, that's real low.
it's pretty low.
You just filled it 2 days ago.
I did, yeah. It's been lasting 4 or 5 days.
It seems
Now it's
like
cut
more
in
than
half.
just as slowly.
I might have to air it up again before we head out in the morning, I'm not sure. I don't want to get my spare down out of there right now. That ground's soaking wet.
Yeah.
We're having fun out here now, boy.
Oh yeah.
Y'all been watching Nick and Ted and Cole slog through the blizzard and the snow up in North Dakota, and now here Hayden and I are battling summer heat in late October to drenched and freezing. So
Hopefully we can throw a buck in the mix tomorrow.
that'd be good. We'll see though. See you guys.